Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. We've already played through all of the missions. I thought it would be a good time to play the main story mode or park builder mode. So we're gonna have a lot of time to chat because it's a kind of a slow start, so let's just get started right away.
Hello, my name is John Hammond, and I am in charge of InGen, the company that you now work for. Your job is quite simple, really. Build a park, create dinosaurs, and entertain people. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on you as well. We'll watch your park rating and give you feedback on your performance. But in the end, the success or failure of Jurassic Park, it's all up to you.
I love that intro from John Hammond. Anyway, you can sort of design your island. It's kind of interesting because you can make it like completely flat, and if you increase the shape, you can see it just gets fully, so this is like a full circle, and you can have a full square. I actually like to have an island. It is nice to have all the trees and the mountains and rivers, but I like to have an island that is kind of not a perfectly flat surface. So let's maybe, there we go. Oh, we want to have some rivers in here. That looks interesting. We kind of have mountains on this side, and let's go with this.
Hey!
Hey, so I'm gonna be checking this all the time because tornadoes are legit terrifying in this game. So anyway, let's pick out where we want to start building. I kind of like the idea of maybe putting our first entrance point, maybe. We could just start dead in the center and build outward. That's an option too. Let's kind of do that. Let's have like the mountain behind us and kind of build outward from the mountains. Let's check the mail. Yes. First thing is to hatch some dinosaurs.
What should we do about this?
Let's see what fossil site we started off with. Okay, we started off with Hell Creek Formation A. So this is going to give us Acrocanthosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Torosaurus. I actually have a poll to ask my viewers which 5-star dinosaur they are okay with omitting, because unless you mod this, you can only unlock 5 dig sites, and you always start with one of these 3. This middle ones are really, all 3 of them are honestly really good ones to start with, but this one is nice because I really like Acrocanthosaurus in this game, and Parasaurolophus and Torosaurus are 2 nice, good dinosaurs to kind of round out the species roster. We'll have a ceratopsid and a hadrosaur in the park. So anyway, the most important part is to actually assign the dig team. So let's just start up here. All 3 of these have good content. As the content goes down, the amount of fossils will decrease, or else the amount of stuff we get will decrease.
I'd like your thoughts on this.
And research tasks. So for right now, we're gonna start off small with the research, but these will be really important later. But for right now, we're gonna start off small with the umbrellas and the cash machine, I think. Alright, so we need to build our entrance. And that's here, park entrance. And we'll have it facing this way. We don't want to be too close to the mountain. We want to have some space, so how about right there? Let's check our dinosaur summary. So we have a lot of Torosaurus genome to start with, which is nice. Alright, so let's start with our path. Oh, this music. Yes. Yes. Let's build a path almost to the river. And then we'll have it, let's see, how many steps? We want to try to keep it somewhat symmetrical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6. And then we'll go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then connect these. That'll be our starting zone. So next thing, let's get the dinosaurs in there. So this looks good like this. We don't need anything too crazy right away, so let's just do a simple 3 by 3. 2, 3. Nice little 3 by 3 square to start. And we'll put the hatchery in there. And we'll need some water. There we go. Let's incubate 2 Torosaurus, since they have higher genome and they're cheaper right now.
Yeah.
And then we want to use the paleo bales. We'll put those over here.
Hello.
Alright, that'll do it. Let's get our viewing vent up here, and we'll call it the playpen, because it'll appeal to the nature-loving guests. Since we don't have all that much going on right now, we're going to actually make it cheaper so we can get more guests in the park. Our first Torosaurus. Jane Powers didn't say anything, which is a little odd. I might have open the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare the newest wonder of the modern world, Jurassic Park, now open.
Let's see. Dr. Grant has discovered Torosaurus remains, so we'll extract those. And our first guests are on their way to the park.
Hi.
I already turned down the
Message from
entry
Dr.
fee
Grant.
to hopefully get some more guests in here. We'll start at 180 and see how that goes. Fossil shipment. For right now, we're not going to worry about this. But what's nice is that's an easy way to clear out all the genomes. Here's our Torosaurus. The stress bar is filling up. I wonder what's up with that. They seem plenty heavy. In this game, things move quite a bit slower than, and there's just less stuff to do, so we will actually have a lot of time to just kind of sit and admire the dinosaurs, honestly, which I'm not opposed to. It's nice to just not have 50 things going on and just watch the dinosaurs. Oh, they're gonna fight for dominance. That's what that unhappy face means, I think. They're gonna determine who's the alpha. Super cool. It's so simple, but it's so neat to actually get to see that. I know they kinda do it in Jurassic World Evolution, but alright, so they finished the whatchamacallit, the weather guard, the umbrellas, so we'll do the cash machine. Oh, we got our first guests. Let's see what Haley says. And Sven, what is Sven going to say? It's okay so far. So it's neat as you can see their like passport, and it shows you like how much money they have, what type of guest they are, and which dinosaurs they've seen. The Torosaurus are fighting again. They're fine otherwise. They're just they actually, like in this game, I think they repetitively fight for dominance. It's not just a one and done like how it is in Evolution. Let's see what Sven thinks. He saw a Torosaurus. The park is okay. He is a dino nerd. We'll talk about the different kinds of guests as we move on, but right now we need to put in some other important things for the guests, like a place to eat and use the restroom. So let's put a restaurant right here, and let's sell dino dogs with chili. Then these are $10 each, so we need to make some sort of profit, so we'll go to $12. Torosaurus. Extract. Let's see, I can buy additional fossil teams once we are able to. So the Ranger, Robert Muldoon is telling us to put down a ranger station. That's on my list. We're getting there. The restroom needs to be in, so put this right there. And as you can see, our paths are slowly getting really dirty, so we need to put in a cleaner station. I like to kind of put that over to the side a little bit, so kind of make a little spot for the cleaner station right over here. And we will hire our first cleaner. Ready for work, Kevin Ryan. He's a novice and he's just looking around for something to clean. Alright. Torosaurus 83%. Alright, so we are established now. They're fighting again. Do I need to make the exhibit bigger, or I don't remember them fighting this much, but maybe we're fine. Alright, let's see. So we got guests coming in, mostly happy. We can put down some trash bins and benches. So let's put a trash bin like right here. And how about like right here? And some benches. We'll put a bench. How about like right here and right here. Alright, I think that's pretty good for now. Oh, they're gonna fight again? This is like constant squabbling. Half of that Torosaurus is in the ground. We'll just ignore that. Alright, so let's check.
Welcome back.
Let's see how we're doing. So the weather looks pretty safe for now.
Should you find yourself short in cash machines
We got the cash machine researched.
for your convenience.
So let's look for our next attraction. Let's get the visitor shelter in here. We'll get that going.
Message from Dr. Grant.
And let's see here. I think it's time to get another dig team. I think we can afford it. Yeah, that's not too terrible. They get more expensive as time goes on. And we'll send it to this the mountain site here. Alright. And what else can we do? Check our entertainment summary. The fun themed viewing event is doing relatively well. I need to put down the ranger station, that's right, I almost forgot that, so... How about...
Message from Dr. Wu.
So... How about... We don't want it to be too far away. What's nice in this game is not everything has to be connected to like the power grid or by pathing, so I can just put the ranger station out here. We're getting a lot of messages. Sorry, Parasaurolophus 80%. Now that you have dinosaurs in the park, yep, we just did that. Yep, ranger station is a great addition.
Would it be possible to meet with you at
It's
some point?
Peter Ludlow, what you got? Concerned that you have not built a ranger station. Okay, thank you, I just did that, but thank you. Someone left without enjoying the dinosaurs. Well... I'm pretty sure that message will pop up, like, no matter what. Like, you could have a perfectly set up park, and someone will not enjoy the dinosaurs somehow. This guy looks happy. Enrico from Oregon. So anyway, there's the guests make the most hilarious noises in this game. So if we look here, we can go to our visitor summary, and there's 4 different types of guests. Mainstream, like everything, basically. They're like the general guests. The thrill seekers want to see carnivores or like attacking. The Torosaurus fighting each other actually counts for thrill seeker activity, I think. Fun lovers is wanting to see herbivores play and be peaceful and stuff. And then the dino nerds are the most difficult to get to be really happy because they want to see like paleo accurate exhibits, which is not always easy to do, because a lot of the paleo accurate combinations require like both carnivore and herbivore together, which is not always a great decision. Oh, I've taken a snooze. You'll see as time goes on, some of the dinosaur models are much more detailed than others. So like this Torosaurus doesn't have eyelids, but some of the other dinosaurs
from John
will
Hammond.
actually close their eyes when they go to sleep. John Hammond, our hype master, is here to tell us that we've gotten a half star. The park's fame is spreading.
What would you
We've
like
got
us to do?
Parasaur remains.
No problem.
Alright, so I think we're gonna need to plan to expand our exhibit a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. It was honestly a little bit too small to begin with.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Listen to the amazing noise that happens when you demolish things. Isn't that amazing? Parasaur remains. Okay, we're gonna be able to get Parasaurolophus in the park pretty soon. So let's just like, let's for fun here. So we already know that they come from the same dig site, right? But let's consult the Dinopedia to see, there's a lot of really interesting like game mechanics stuff in here actually. So let's go to Parasaurolophus. So it's friends with Edmontosaurus, so like that will increase the fun lover rating because the two of them get along or whatever. But I believe that the dino nerds will be happy if they see Parasaurolophus and Torosaurus together because they're programmed to know that they came from the same dig site and were around at the same time, I think. Let's see, is there something in here about that? Popularity. Here's like the rating system, which is kind of cool. The dinosaur exhibits. The entertainment balance. Here it is. Thrilling. Authentic exhibits are those which contain dinosaurs which are contemporaries from each other from similar time periods and locales. So I think so I don't think it needs to be the same dig site. It's just knowing that, oh, these are North America dinosaurs from the Cretaceous period. That'll make dino nerds happy, I guess.
I thought you might like some input here.
Parasaurolophus is coming along. Oops. How many people are in the park? We actually have quite a few. That's probably because I lowered the prices of admission. This restroom is already getting kind of busy. What's crazy is like you actually see the doors open and close. Like little small details like that are really fun to me. I'm pretty sure there's nothing like in there, and there's not like a toilet or anything, but you can actually like see someone behind the counter. Later on, when we get the souvenir stand, you'll actually see guests walking around with whatever they bought. So like a T-Rex plushie or a balloon.
What should we do here?
Parasaurolophus, 79%. Let's see. I think we can get some Parasaurolophus in here. How much do they cost?
Message from the park administrator.
They have a year lifespan and they're 3,000 each, so we can have 2 of them. So let's watch the like feeder hatchery, how the old school hatcheries work.
How can I help?
See, this is like the progress bar. Our Parasaurolophus is a 3-star dinosaur, and the Torosaurus was a 2-star, so this should help increase the park's popularity.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
So I kind of have a...
Message from Dr.
Normally,
Grant.
Jane Powers will announce over the intercom when there's a new species. So we have the visitor shelter, pick a new project. Oh boy. The Acrocanthosaurus is our next dinosaur, so let's pick a medium security fence. New fossil shipment has found amber. So we could sell this for a ton of money, or we can extract it and get a ton of genomes. So we're gonna extract it. Oh, they look,
Message from
they
Dr.
got some
Grant.
buddies. So anyway, Jane Powers normally announces over the intercom when there's a new species. I have a feeling that for some of the dinosaurs, I might have accidentally moved the sound files out of the game disc when I was doing my Jurassic World Evolution edits, because I would use her audio files in my edited videos. So I think some of them are just not in the game, which is, that's my fault, obviously. But just in case anyone's wondering where her announcements are, that's probably...
Message from Dr. Wu.
And I know it's in there for some dinosaurs, just not all of them. Alright, let's increase this to $10 now that we've got 2 species in there. It's equally entertaining to just listen to the guests make these hilarious noises. For reference, so like when this game came out in 2003, so basically right around when Jurassic Park 3 came out.
What would you like us to do?
The other game that I was playing a lot at the time was The Sims 1, and so like the guests reminded me of The Sims 1 and how they speak Simlish and make all these goofy noises all the time. There was another message in there, and it was about the amber. What was our...
It's good to see you.
Okay, Torosaurus got to 100% because of the amber is what happened. So that's great, but we still have 0 Acrocanthosaurus genome. And the park is actually pretty full, so we're gonna hire another cleaner, and we're gonna increase our admission back to what it was at default, so $200. See, I love this. What is this face? Why are you so upset? What is this? Is the management too cheap to employ cleaners? Peter from Michigan. I just hired a second cleaner. Maybe if you use the trash bins that I've conveniently located throughout our park, there would be less garbage. So we're in a heat wave right now, which it has this really beautiful orange look to the sky. It's very fun. The Torosaurus are fighting again. The Parasaurolophus is watching.
Message from Dr. Who.
Let's check the weather. So we have some rain coming up after this heat wave.
What should we do here?
Parasaur 87%, Hell Creek Formation A dig team found nothing. So that means, so you can see the content decreased to mediocre. So that means it's time to move that dig team down to this one, and hopefully we'll start getting some Acrocanthosaurus fossils. Hey, there we go. Alright, we're at 0%, so it's gonna take us a bit to get Acro. Let's see. Most of the guests are pretty happy, but you can definitely see that there's already going to be complaints about the restroom line being too long. So far, the fun lovers are our happiest group, which makes sense because we have exclusively herbivores.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
The thrill seekers want something more thrilling. We're working on it. We're working on it. You would think the dino nerds would be happy because this is a paleo accurate exhibit, but I always struggled with making them happy. Medium security fence, new research project.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Speeds up DNA extraction. That's pretty expensive. We don't need the high security fence this early. Helicopter stability in storms is actually probably pretty good, because if we need the helicopter during a storm, we don't want to have to wait for that. The park is at 1 star, which means the way this game works is we get to pick our first dig site. Now, as I am recording this, I had a poll where I asked my viewers on YouTube which of the 5-star dinosaurs would they be willing to not see in the park, because the way this works is you only get 5 dig sites. Your first one is always one of these 3, and these 3 here contained none of the 5-star dinosaurs. So basically, there's 5 5-star dinosaurs in the game, and I only get to pick 4 more dig sites. So the Flaming Cliffs has Velociraptor, the Tendaguru Beds has Brachiosaurus, I think. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but the Chinini Formation has Spinosaurus. Hell Creek Formation B has the Triceratops, and Judith River Group B has T-Rex. So for now, I'm actually not going to pick one until I get more data. So far, there were the most votes that Spinosaurus should be in the park. Brachiosaurus was second, and T-Rex was third. Velociraptor and Triceratops actually had 0 votes at the time of me recording this, so we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't mind omitting Triceratops because we already have Torosaurus as a Ceratopsid, and if we pick the T-Rex site, we get Styracosaurus, so we'll have 2 Ceratopsians.
Message from
So
John Hammond.
we'll see how it goes. John Hammond's got a quarterly report. Well done. Your addition of another species will definitely increase your park's popularity. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'd like to discuss your performance.
Right. Acrocanthosaurus. Oh, and it's the skull. So this one gives you the most DNA. So that is very, very good. What else? So once you get to 100% genome, you can actually discover, if you discover that species remains, you sell them for profit. So just like, I don't really know how Jurassic World Evolution 2, where you make the most money necessarily, but in the first Jurassic World Evolution, you made most of your money from the fossils and the dig yield bonus. So in this game also, you get most of your profits from the dig yield and the extra fossils. Let's see. Let's check the visitor summary, because I'm seeing a lot of dirt, but people look generally happy. The thrill seekers are the least happy right now, which makes sense because we don't have any carnivores.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Structure summary. Oh, this is just the profits. Okay. Interesting. 29% Acrocanthosaurus. Let's hire a third cleaner because this looks pretty rough. I have a feeling it's because I have the price of admission lower. A lot of people are coming in. That's right. I have the visitor shelter, don't I? I unlocked that. So the way this game works is if you call an emergency, people just run to the exit. And, if they will just leave unless they run past a visitor shelter. They don't actively seek out a visitor shelter. So you normally want to have these near the entrance. So I'm basically going to put this right here off of the main area right there. And I believe these can hold up to 40 people each. So pretty cool looking building also. We have a lot of people in the park. Let's put another trash can and bench over here. Bench. Oh, there's one right there, so I guess we'll put one here.
Hi. Super.
Sleepy Parasaurolophus. Oh. Let's see, another thing that I think the dino nerds like is if you put down paleo trees, and I'm pretty sure that when you spawn into the, well, not spawn in, but when you pop into the island, I'm pretty sure that it is all modern trees on the island. You have to manually put in paleo trees, so these are really expensive. You can see up there, so I'm actually gonna, if I hit this, I can make it a little smaller, a little more affordable. There we go. So there's some new trees there, and let's put some new trees down over here as well.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Those are expensive. Let's put some here. And it's not really even like an obvious change either, which is a little annoying. Torosaurus sold for profit, and Acrocanthosaurus. There we go.
Yes.
Yes. Our research should be done soon. I think that's, yeah, go to research. Yeah, the gyro stabilizer is almost done. In this game too, the dinosaurs can die from diseases very quickly. In Jurassic World Evolution, I had some pretty severe disease outbreaks, but those were on the Jurassic difficulty. In this game, there's only like one difficulty. There is no like difficulty modifier, and there's a couple diseases that can kill the dinosaurs very quickly, and then there's also rabies that can make your large carnivores break out and go on a rampage, so we'll want to research both of those relatively early on.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Acrocanthosaurus is almost done, which is exciting. Let's see, I think, let's take a look. Where do we want our Acrocanthosaurus to go? Do we want it on the left, or do we want it as like this main centerpiece over here? I think that Acrocanthosaurus deserves to be like a centerpiece attraction, personally.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
Oh, well, let's check this first. Gyro stabilizer is done. Let's start getting some of the more severe vaccines. We don't need rabies yet, because I'm pretty sure that only affects the carnivores, so let's grab gastric poisoning. That's like the most severe herbivore-specific one. Alright, medium security fence. Yeah, so these can't
Message from Dr.
interconnect,
Grant.
which is a little annoying, but... Let's do 1, 2,
Urgent
3.
message from John
Oh,
Hammond.
got to star and a half. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a 3x4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make it bigger later. Yeah, that was pretty expensive, but it'll be worth it. Dang, look at how dirty the path is getting. I have 3 cleaners, so I for that small amount of path, I think we should be okay.
What are your instructions?
Fossil shipment, we're not quite there. Once all of our dig sites get to be exhausted, we'll dip into the fossil market. 1.5 stars. While I'm thinking about it, let's save. Just in case the game crashes. The guests look pretty happy, so that's good. The bathroom line isn't too terrible. I checked the
Message
weather.
from Dr. Grant.
Alright, we're good for now. Let me show you all something really quick. This is something that I didn't realize about this game for like a very, very long time. I think it's under park management. Visitor services. Is this it? There's something in here specific to... Okay, it's not that one. Dinosaur experience, maybe. Oh, here we go. Off. Here it is. So there's like the game knows like what season it is in Costa Rica, which is just super interesting. So it's so here it's like the park has a 2-season sequence. Each season runs for approximately 6 months. The wet season, June to November. This is when the highest chance of twisters occurs. So like you can actually like check the calendar and know if you're safe or at risk from a twister. So yeah, the park should immediately be placed in emergency mode. The twisters in this game are brutal. I'm sure we'll get one eventually. And then the dry season is December to May. Let's see, this is when there's heat waves. So that, I guess dinosaurs are more thirsty during heat waves, but that's definitely less of a issue than the twisters. So anyway, I thought that was super interesting that the game actually knows what season it is. We got some mail. I found nothing, so let's check on this one. Zoom in. mediocre, also mediocre. This one's still good, so we'll just keep it going here for now.
What should we do?
Parasaurolophus remains.
No problem.
So Parasaur is almost at 100%. Let's see, I kind of think these... Viewing vent is fine, but these are way cooler. Plus they just look like... They look like such a Jurassic Park themed attraction. Like, these just look fantastic. So we're gonna call this the playtime platform, since it's mainly seeing herbivores. And you can, what's neat too is you can actually, it'll tell you what it's seeing right now in here, so you can see, oh, this is what I'm actually, like, what the guests are seeing right now. Parasaurolophus defecating. Total score for Torosaurus. Everybody's just defecating all at the same time. That is the first recorded activity. And over here you can see one of the upgrades that we haven't researched yet, the viewing binoculars. So that basically you can't see the actual cone in this game like you can in Jurassic World Evolution, but there is like a built-in cone of how much the guests can see, and the binoculars make that wider. I'm seeing lots of happy faces. Oh, there's an angry face. Where was the toilet not a good experience for you? Pia, what happened?
How are you today?
Not that one. You've seen both dinosaurs. I wish they would do something about the crowds. Okay, alright, that makes sense. We probably can put in another restroom, because that line looks pretty bad. The restrooms are here, and let's put another restroom right around here, because there should be a lot of guest traffic over here because of the attractions. And what's I never do this, but you can charge guests. So what's interesting is, like, let's say this one over here is really crowded, and you want to discourage guests from going to this restroom. If I charged $1 for it, I'm pretty sure they would. Let's just do it as an experiment. Let's charge $1 to use this bathroom. And then I'm pretty sure, since this one is so close, nobody will use this restroom. Like, we'll see. I'm only doing it just because I'm curious. We'll change it back to $0 once we know also we need more cleaners. Okay. So one thing that I enjoy too is their, like, skill level will go up. Kevin's gonna have this place looking clean in a jiffy, guys. No matter how much I clean, there's always more dirt. The worst part is, when a tornado comes, the cleaners will not, they won't go back into the shelter or the building. They just get swept up and die, which is terrible. So if you see a tornado coming, you have to fire all of your cleaners. Otherwise, they're probably going to die. So I'm sure that a tornado is going to happen at some point. Parasaur 96. Opals. Dang, Parasaur. Sell the opals. Alright, so we only need 4% more Parasaur. If we sell this, we get 4,800. Can I buy the cheapest Parasaur at the fossil market? Where is the fossil market? It should be in here, right? Here it is, fossil market. Alright, so I'll make $600 if I buy this and sell the other ones. And Parasaur, yeah, we only need 4%, so
Good choice.
Buy these. Research, no. Genetics lab, here we go. So, yeah. Extract this and sell that. Yes. And this should get us to 100%. Let's check out the... I haven't even looked. I should have done this a little earlier. Alright, there we go. Look at this. I know that it's a lot of it has to be nostalgia, but there's something that is very difficult to explain about this game that like I said, I know a lot of it's nostalgia, but that just makes this feel to me individually as like a preferred park builder over Jurassic World Evolution.
Message from Dr.
And there's definitely a lot of things that Jurassic World Evolution does infinitely better than this game. But there are some other things that this game does better, and I very much appreciate those things. If you want something specific, I like being able to click on a guest and... Is there any authenticity here? The audacity. What are you talking about, dude? We got only Cretaceous North America dinosaurs together. I bet it's because he's surrounded by modern trees instead of paleo trees. That's something that can annoy the dino nerds. Parasaur 100%. Nice. What do you got for us? The park is extremely dirty. Hire more cleaners. They should have made it so that you could clean yourself and have that be like a mini game as to play as a cleaner. That would be amazing. Also, we can increase the price of admission, yeah, moderately soon. Because that's another thing you can do, is have guests. There won't be as many guests if you make the entrance more expensive. Alright, so... Let's see. There aren't any lines in either bathroom. People are still going in here for the $1 fee. So it seems about balanced. There are a few more people over there, I guess. Let's take this back to $0 and see what happens. Parasaur profit. Torosaur profit. Gastric poisoning is complete. Let's get rabies out of the way. We don't want that to happen and be stuck with it. Let's save while I'm thinking about it. As you can see, I have plenty of save files. I haven't played this game in a while, but I do play this game. Alright, I have played this game a lot. If you see that icon, that means someone is appreciating the authenticity of the park. I think that's what that means. Alright, so we're doing pretty solid. We're the only thing that's not going great is our progress on the Acrocanthosaurus genome. That's kind of slowed down. Okay, this is interesting. So I decrease the price back to 0, and now there's a line here. So I think that kind of proves the experiment. So that's interesting. 2 stars. So that means I can technically pick another dig site, but like I said, I haven't picked the first one yet. Because I kind of wanted to wait to see more votes on the poll, so I know which dinosaur I'm going to omit. Right at the moment, it looks like it'll be either Velociraptor or Triceratops, so we'll see. Let's check our other... Oh, I know. So anyway, where I was talking about things that I like about this game, I like that there's individual guests that you can actually like follow around the park. The building style, I think that these buildings look more Jurassic Park-y, even than the Jurassic Park themed buildings in Evolution. Let's see what else. The dinosaurs in Evolution are obviously much better with graphics, and they have more animations now. So it's hard to say that these dinosaurs are better. The one thing I do like is that the way the dinosaurs hunt in this game is they don't just enter a animation. They actually have to like catch the prey and hit it with a swipe, which maybe we'll get to see later. Anyway. I think a part of it too, and this goes back more to Jurassic World Evolution 2 not really having what I would consider an actual campaign. I really liked how in Jurassic World Evolution 1, as you went across the 5 deaths, you unlocked all the dinosaurs, whereas in Jurassic World Evolution 2, you kind of just get all of them. Wow, okay, so everybody is going to this bathroom, and it's piling up, so I'm putting it back to $1, just because, like, they're all piling up right there. It has nothing to do with the $1 profit. It has to do with it'll encourage more guests to go to that one. Parasaurolophus sold, Torosaurus sold. Okay, so we're making a lot of money, but we're not getting any acro genome, which is a little annoying, but yeah, otherwise we're kind of at a standstill for right now. We could release one of each now that we have 100% genome, so why don't we do that? We'll have 3 Parasaur and 3 Torosaurus, and we can make this exhibit a little bit bigger, I think, too. Low security, and then we'll have it... There we go. I think that's good. And then we'll put another water source, maybe over here. Can I make this smaller? You can make it bigger. If you can see it's red, it doesn't like that it's close to that building. We'll put another little pond over there, I guess. Maybe put down some more paleo trees.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Some paleo trees over here. There we go. New fossil shipments. Okay, so it's literally all Acrocanthosaurus, but you can see that the big fossils are like $12,000 to buy. It is not cheap at all. So I'd rather just discover the fossils until we have like just 1 or 2 more. But if we continue to not have any progress, I will eventually just go ahead and buy them. Oops, did our 3rd Parasaur come out? Yeah, we got our 3 Parasaurs. This one's the alpha. Is this the new one? This is I think it's the oldest one, actually. Activity defecate. It is a little annoying that they all ran over to that corner, so now the guests probably can't see them. It's a little annoying, but oh well. Torosaurus, 1 more. Then I'll probably actually get rid of this hatchery, maybe? We'll see. So yeah, look, there's like they all ran over to that corner.
Hi.
Come on, guys.
Certainly.
Oops, I wanted to see if they can actually. Yeah, they can't see anything. Gosh dang it! I'm gonna get rid of this. You guys ruined it. You're gonna have to get your water closer to the guests. We got quotas to meet, my fellow, or not fellow, my dinosaurs. You gotta let the guests see ya.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Oh my goodness, the park is filthy and we're at max staff. What is going on? Please give me some Acrocanthosaurus. Okay, fine. They're not gonna. Let's move, zoom in, and pour and pour. So let's move both of y'all up here, and hopefully the rest of the Acrocanthosaurus stuff is up there. In the meantime, we can just go ahead and buy one of these big skull fossils, because it's taken a little too long. And we've made a lot of money from duplicate fossil sales. We're getting close to needing another cleaner station. How is the food? Oh, there's a line for food now too. Guests are getting unhappy.
Welcome.
The dinosaurs are boring. I want thrills. So yeah, I think this one is like... This is like general happiness, and this is like specific to them. So the fun lovers are the happiest group right now. With mainstream in second, then dino nerds and thrill seekers are the least happy.
Welcome back.
Alright, we're in December right now. So we're in the dry season, I think, right? So that we shouldn't have any worry about twisters until June. That's when the risk of twisters will go up. Acrocanthosaurus 60%. So we can have one, but it will not live for very long, only 7 months. So we're gonna wait till we get a little more. That's a very short amount of time for $4,000. No fossils, but they found opals. Alright, come on, we need... Or I can buy another dig team. That could help us get
Urgent
fossils.
message from Dr. Wu.
Oh, we got rabies researched, right? So we can take a break from the vaccines. The rest of these, I think we can actually research on like a case-by-case basis as they come up. We don't really need any of these. Hatchery immunization is pretty nice, but it's not like, that's kind of like something we can do later. Let's see. The viewing dome is really cool. Sure, let's grab that. Why not? Yeah, some of the guests are starting to get irritated, probably because there's so much stuff, or it's very crowded in here. Buy team, $10,000. Alright, mediocre. Let's send another team here. So since there's 2 teams here, they make progress faster, so... There's some people pretty angry. Are they angry because of the $1
Message from
toilet
Dr.
fee?
Grant.
Okay, this one's busy now too. It doesn't really... I promise I'm not doing it like to be sadistic or to make the money. It's because this one was completely backfilled and this one was empty. Okay, good. Moving the water source back seems to have helped. Oh, this guy's thirsty. You can make it. If you look up here, this little meter is like their stress meter. So you can actually see there's like a tick of it because it's the dinosaur's thirsty. So if it stays thirsty for too long, it'll go all the way around. And if it makes a full circle, then carnivores will rampage and herbivores will go into like a comatose state. So neither of those are good. No, so you see that shield? That means that they're nervous or afraid, and it's because the helicopter flew over their exhibit on the way out, which is kind of annoying. There's not really that much I can do about that other than to make the exhibit smaller. More opals. But I wanted Acrocanthosaurus genome, please.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let's see. So the visitors are still generally happy. Once we get Acrocanthosaurus in here, we're gonna have a second wing.
Urgent message from Dr. Sattler.
So John Hammond will also let you know when there's diseases. So there's a disease outbreak, and then you'll hear the urgent message from Dr. Sattler. So Parasaurolophus is looking sick, and it has gastric poisoning, which is the one we actually researched, but that's like the bad one for herbivores. So here we got our go-to chopper action, and we'll just do it ourselves. We don't need anyone else to fly this helicopter. We'll fly it ourselves after I do a full 360-degree turn. Alright, so we don't want sedate, we want cure. Dinosaur has no diseases. Alright, any of the other ones? Looks like it was just that one parasaur.
Returning to base.
Good job, team. So we kind of were lucky that we picked the one that they got sick with. Alright, so what's neat is I can click... Oh, uh-oh. Are you glitched out now? This one's still thirsty, so... You're gonna make me feel bad that I moved the water back to where it was. But if I click on this, you can see it's highlighted because it's been vaccinated against gastric poisoning. Are you gonna... Is it like glitched out because it tried to drink from that water source and I deleted it? Is it like not gonna be able to drink now?
Are you gonna let this go on? Do something.
I already took care of it. Silver. Oh, found nothing. Right. Let's move you there. This one's about done. Are you gonna make it? Are you gonna make it? The water's right there. You're like moving slower than any other dinosaur I've ever... Okay, you made it. Good. So you can see the water meter going down. Alright, we are at 2.5 stars. Finally, some Acrocanthosaurus, and it's the smallest one. Oh my goodness. Alright, where's the fossil market? Give me that. Yes, I want to buy that item. Oh my goodness, no, don't sell. I almost sold it. That would have been an oopsie. Oh, we got some unhappy people. All right, let's start our expansion. So how many was it? 6? One. This river is kind of blocking us, and I don't want to disturb the naturally formed rivers. So I think this one is a little more narrow, but that's okay. Once those 2 Acrocanthosaurus fossils get extracted, we're gonna put Acro into the park.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Right now, though, we need another freaking cleaner station because y'all are messy. Cleaner station, boop, and let's hire 2 more staff. Weather, ooh, thunderstorm in March, that'll be fun. Acrocanthosaurus 65, this'll get it up to like 70 or 80. Parasaur sold for profit. So let's get everything ready. The viewing dome isn't done yet, so let's see. Viewing tower. How close is the viewing dome to being done?
Message from Dr. Wu.
Is that it? Oh, okay, 79%. Research. What? How long does... I feel like that's been researching for a while. That's okay. We'll just put the viewing tower right here. Here. That's just gonna make this area even more busy, though. Oh well, we'll figure something out. Okay, cool. That didn't mess up the river too much.
Hi.
Closed by manager, but this is gonna be the thrill platform. Let's see. Okay, so this is...
Message from Dr. Grant.
We're gonna have to be really careful with this. Ooh, amber. We don't know what's... So here's where it's tricky. This could be Torosaurus or Parasaurolophus, and we could extract it and get nothing out of it. Or I could roll the dice.
Great.
And if it's Acrocanthosaurus, that could get us to 100%. So we're gonna roll the dice. Because I have hardly gotten any Acrocanthosaurus genome from the dig site. Most of it has been from the fossil market, so I feel relatively confident that that should be an Acrocanthosaurus amber piece. Torosaurus is gonna eat the hay bale, right? You said you were hungry.
Message from Dr. Wu.
It takes like 2 nibbles, and that's all. Oh, we were right. Yes, that was it. Acrocanthosaurus, 100%. All right, we're expanding the park, so let's finish out the amenities. We'll buy a souvenir stand next. All right, so let's incubate our Acrocanthosaurus, 5-year lifespan. Let's get the exhibit ready. Carnivore feeder right here.
How can I help?
We can do goats or
Message from Dr.
cows.
Grant.
I'm actually gonna just do goats because I think it's like the goat hunting animation is more fun. We're actually gonna incubate the Acrocanthosaurus in here, and we're gonna get the helicopter ready on standby to tranquilize it immediately.
Welcome.
Welcome. Take off. Shoot mode, and we're in sedate mode, so... Well, immediately, I don't think the Acrocanthosaurus can one-shot kill any of these herbivores anyway. So...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce our newest arrival to Jurassic Park, the terrifying Acrocanthosaurus. Fans of dino carnage will not be disappointed by this predator.
Okay, it only took one shot. And you actually, Jane Powers actually had her voice line that time. So there's he is, the sleepy boy. The Acrocanthosaurus skin looks amazing in this. So, watch how hilarious the move process is in this game. I think this is the only thing you can do in the game that actually pauses time completely, maybe? Yeah, just freeze time. But hey, it works. Alright, so pretty sure there's nothing I can do to wake
Welcome.
that
Message
dino
from Dr.
up.
Grant.
But you can now see Acrocanthosaurus from here, I think, right? Maybe not yet, because it's not really moving, or maybe it's because I don't have the binoculars researched. I feel like that should be close enough. Okay. We're making a lot of money from our fossils, which is always fantastic. Once Acrocanthosaurus gets its first kill, I think we will end it for today. Oh, we're gonna have a storm. Wake up, buddy. Everybody wants to see you. Yeah, look at how cool all the lights kind of turn on in the storm. This looks very neat. All the guests have their umbrellas. Cleaners be cleaning. You can actually sometimes see lightning strike the fences. It's like if I click on the fence and I test the fence, so it's fine right now, but it'll like tell me, oh, this is the weakest fence segment, and normally that means it got struck by lightning. Oh, there we go. He's waking up. He's gonna hunt the goat. Is there a goat in here? There isn't a goat in here. Let's fix that. Ooh, you see that? Could have struck our boy. This goat's toast.
Message from Dr. Simon.
Oh no, that sad voice can only mean that something died. So you can see that didn't really fully satisfy his hunting meter, so another goat must be sacrificed. But once the hunting thing gets a little higher, it'll just need to kill to satisfy the hunting drive. This dinosaur looks. Oh no, were those my Torosaurus? Did they both die? Yeah, our first two Torosaurus died from old age, right? Natural causes. And then what's kind of creepy, I'm not sure. In this game, they actually like have, like they'll rot away. You'll see like their skeleton and stuff if I stay around here long enough. Alright, Torosaurus died. Found nothing, that's fine. So, large herbivore, Torosaurus, two more. Our first two good boys. Let's see, let's check the weather. We're basically, I want to stop the episode soon because I want to, we have 100% for all of our first dig site. I am kind of curious if, okay, do you kind of see it? You can see the skeleton starting to show up. In the console version of the game, it got like really graphic, and there's a cheat code that you can put in so that all the dinosaurs look like their skeleton version. And so it looks like it ends up looking like a zombie island of dinosaurs, which is also kind of creepy.
What should we do here?
Opals and silver. Alright, we're doing pretty good in terms of the monies. I think that's maybe about as much as we're gonna see. Some of them get the skeletons or whatever get much more intense. You can actually hear like the flies buzzing. I'm pretty sure I can't click the orders. I can't remove the corpses like you can in Evolution. Yeah, oh, there we go. There's a little more decay, which is really sad that we kind of just have to let them sit there. Peter Ludlow, what do you got for us? The park is proceeding as expected. Keep up the good work. That's like the only positive message he can send. So that basically means we're doing pretty good. Anyway, let's make sure you can actually see. Yes, see 100% thrill here. Acrocanthosaurus is our one large carnivore. And it's providing 100% thrills right now, so let's take a view from up here and then we'll stop it for today. There we go. There he is, or there she is. It's always funny, they'll do their little roar and then their head will snap back to doing that like weird sideways glance that they'll do. You can see what the goats are thinking. Like, what did I do? Alright, let's save before I forget. And I think that'll do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. In part 2 we'll get our next dig site, and I'll kind of base that off of what the poll says that I put up on YouTube. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.